Hey guys, and welcome back to Chris Flies Planes. Chris here, of course, and today we are doing the second part of our QRA, the Quick Reaction Alert flight, in the Tornado GR1 from RAF Coningsby. If I just jump outside the plane here, and you see in the background there, that is my wingman, Andre, or as you guys know him, Happy Feet. Hello, Andre.
Hey.
And yeah, so the aircraft is how we left it in our little tutorial QRA video. So we're in a state of op readiness, or operational readiness. This basically means that it's on the apron, running on ground power, the APU running, and we can just jump in, start the engines, and a couple of taxi checks, and we are good to go. So let's jump into the cockpit and wait for the textures to load. There we go. And let me just get to the right page in my manual, which I'm not meant to talk about. Okay, so I'm going to be talking through the engine starting and the pre-taxi checks with Andre. Andre's kind of fairly new to this. I think he did another startup video with me before, but that was a while ago. So, Andre, we're going to go down to the throttle panel.
Okay.
And we are going to left click the engine start, and the light should go green. And then if you go back to a virtual cockpit, there's 4 gauges on the right hand side with blue labels. The top left one should be increasing.
Yep.
When that gets to 21%, right click the right throttle. Or left throttle? I mean, whichever one you click. For some reason, I'm a bit confused now.
That's perfect.
Oh yeah, okay, we started the wrong engine. That's not a problem. We're meant to start the right engine. But we started the left engine. So that should now go up to 66%, and you'll see the temperature below that rising. So if we go back to the throttle panel, we're going to make sure that the cross-drive clutch is on auto. And then we are going to remove the external power, so just toggle the equipment in the grey panel.
Okay.
And everything should go wonderfully quiet. The left middle panel, so below the throttle panel.
Okay.
On this CSAS, which is all the brightly coloured lights at the bottom, just click ready and all those lights should go out.
Amazing.
Yep, and okay. Back to the throttle panel, and we're going to do the same for the right engine. So, or whichever one. I'm guessing you started the left engine. Yes, just start whichever engine you didn't start last time, I guess. So up to 21%. Right click the throttle out of indent, sorry, and that should all go up. And go. Okay, obviously making sure your parking brakes are set. Okay, so that is engine started. That is wonderfully quick. So now we're going to jump on over to our taxiing checks. So we'll do these stationary. Normally you do these while taxiing, but we don't know the cockpit very well, so let's do them stationary. So I'm going to read through these, Andre. I'll let you know which ones actually need anything doing with,
Okay.
just so we can get through this. So wing sweep should be 25%, which it is. Air brakes should be in and locked, which they are. Flaps should be mid and indicating. So flaps do need to go down to mid, so that's on the throttle panel.
Okay.
Cross drive clutch should be auto and light should be out. Trim should be set for takeoff. You might want to check that actually, because I'm not sure if it reset. This is the second time doing this, by the way, guys, for anyone watching. So just trim up the nose a little bit.
Okay.
MMS is required. That's fine. That's fine. Flight controls full in 3. Yep. Hydraulics both auto. Yep. EPS auto light out. No. Okay, so above the CWP panel with all the warning lights on, there is the EPS. There's a green light which should be off, and then the switch below that should be set to the middle on auto.
Yep.
Cool. Fuel quantity should be fine. Yeah. Ignition on the engine control panel should be set to normal. Okay, so right middle panel.
Yep.
Ignition should be set to norm, which is down. That will restart our engines in case of a flame out. Intex anti-ice should be auto, which they are. External lights as required, they're fine. Canopy should be closed and locked, so we can close and lock the canopy. Close, and then click it one more time to lock it, if you're using the actual virtual cockpit. Everything else looks like it's briefed. So, behind the joystick in virtual cockpit,
Okay.
you'll see there's like a metal bar with a copper wire behind it. Click that. It shouldn't really do much, it just makes sure all those switches are up. IFF as required, we're not going to use IFF. Mass is required, we're not doing mass. Nose wheel steering should be high. Okay, so next to the radar altimeter in the virtual cockpit, there are 3 green landing lights, yeah?
Yep.
You'll see, kind of half hidden, directly above the landing lights, there's a switch which says low.
Yep.
Click that, and it should go green.
Yep.
Click that one more time, and it should go red. I missed a whole ton of checks here. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's all good. Okay, so on the throttle panel, there's a little flap which says taxi nozzle shut. I'm just going to click that open. It's directly above the flaps lever.
Okay.
Just click that open. It just limits the throttle for taxiing.
Okay.
Okay. So let's taxi. We're going to head out to runway 7. So parking brakes off. And are you facing backwards? You want to turn hard right to come around, I think. By the looks of it,
Yep,
I'm just gonna quickly jump to a top-down view and just check where runway 7 is. Okay, so let me taxi out in front of you. So if you just come out to the taxiway that I'm on, I'm going to taxi out in front of you. Okay, let's get rolling. So today, guys, we're doing a quick reaction alert flight. We are flying from RAF Coningsby up in the Midlands, and we are heading down to London. And we're not actually intercepting anything, it's just like a practice flight. As I mentioned in my last video, it's a practice for an upcoming special video I'm going to be doing. So we're just going to basically get in the air, get up to... where are you at? Yeah, you can taxi in behind me now. Yeah, we're going to get up in the air. We're going to head up to flight level 250, so 25,000 feet. And we are basically going to head down to London, full afterburner, 1.3 Mach. So that's 1.3 times the speed of sound. We're just going to fly down there, come down to altitude over London, so we'll probably descend down to 2,500 feet over London, which is the altitude we'll probably be intercepting at. And then just going to return back to base, basically. Nice and easy flight. Hopefully. I've been trying to get a lot of experience in with this plane over the last few days. I kind of neglected it for a while, which is a shame because it's a fantastic model. The actual model itself is by Just Flight, and they've done a cracking job with the cockpit. It's I'm actually using real world. Whoa, okay. There's no point holding short. We're not flying ATC. We're in a server. So what we are going to do is I'm going to line up on the right hand side of the runway, slightly forwards, and Andre,
Okay.
if you want to line up on the left hand side of the runway,
Runway 07.
behind me enough that you can see the back of my plane. So
Okay.
we should be staggered that way. It just means that if either one of us fuck up, it shouldn't be a major problem. Okay, and parking brake on. My textures are being very odd in this server, I've got to say. Flaps. So we've done the pre-takeoff checks, I believe. So that all looks pretty kosher. Lineup checks. Okay. Just gonna wait for you to come in behind me. Just jump to the outside view here. We can.
Good.
Are you on the runway?
Yep.
Okay, sick. So, what we are going to do is, there's one or two more things we need to do. So, remember when we did the nose wheel steering?
Yep.
Just above landing gear lights? We want to try and switch that off. I can't quite tell when it's off. So the aim is to have all the lights off on that. The problem is it's very hard to see the lights. You're not flying in Oculus, are you?
No.
Okay. So just make sure the low light is off, and we'll just have to hope that we haven't got the nose wheel steering light on.
Okay.
Actually, we can test that. Can you apply left and right rudder?
Yep.
On runway 07.
Okay.
On runway
Oh no. So
07.
click the button again,
Okay.
and is the green light on?
Yep.
Click it one more time.
Yep.
Green light's off.
No. Yep.
Yeah, and then apply left and right rudder. Yeah, there we go. So as it happens, that is actually animated. So that was quite useful. Okay, so
On runway 07.
we are good.
On
Let's do a
runway
quick.
07.
Sorry, I have a lady speaking in my head. Let's do a quick pre-flight brief. So for takeoff, we are going to release the brakes and throttle up to 100% throttle. Rotate will be at 160 knots. You can see your speed at the top left of the head-up display. So we're going to rotate at 160 knots and
On
head up
runway
into a
07.
15-degree
runway
climb.
07.
We'll hold runway heading initially until we get to about 2,500 feet, and then we're going to turn to heading. We have no map. This could be fun. Shit cakes. This could be really tough. Okay. Cool. So we're going to basically head. Let's do heading 180. Let's just head due south, and we should
Okay.
see
On
London.
runway 07.
So
On
yeah, so we're
runway
going to turn at
07.
2,500 feet down to heading 180 and continue our climb up to 25,000 feet, and we're going to maintain full throttle. When we start getting up there, I'll show you how to do like basic autopilot just to hold heading and stuff.
Okay.
So are we good to go?
Yep.
Happy? Okay, so parking brake off.
On runway 07. On
All good?
runway
All good.
07.
Okay, so I'm going to count 3, 2, 1, go. When I say go, we're going to throttle up full.
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1, go. I should really be behind you because you're probably getting way better footage than me right now. Okay, just passing 100 knots. 130, 140, 150, and rotate. And I'm going to go up to 15-degree climb. Positive rate of climb, so we're going to go gear up. as we pass. Oh shit. Right, just above the throttles. You know that taxi nozzle?
Yep.
Put that, close that flap down. Yeah, all good?
All good.
And then throttle down slightly and throttle back up. And you should notice the plane's going much faster.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to start my right hand turn now. I'm going to try and hold a 15-degree climb. That was, yeah, so the taxi nozzle restricts us from using afterburner. That's obviously in the checks. I've got an alarm, that's concerning. I have a warning light, which is even more concerning. Config, okay, that's not too bad. Flaps up. I can't see my heading, where's my heading? Okay, and I'm going to level her out. Okay, on the throttle panel, mate, just mouse wheel down once on the right hand lever, on the wing sweep lever. I'm going to go to 45-degree wing sweep. All good, yeah?
All good.
Okay, so if you are holding heading and holding climb at 15 degrees, if you can click on just to the left of the head-up display, there's the autopilot thing. If you click FD for flight director, AP for autopilot, maybe.
Nope.
What's happening? If you get
Okay.
FD should be green select, AP should be green select, and that will hold your climb and heading. It's just very, very basic autopilot. How are you in terms of closeness to me? You all good?
Yep. Flight level.
Okay, so we should be. Well, I'm approaching 25,000.
Okay.
So I'm going to level her out. And then. So I've turned autopilot off, going to level her out, and then I'm going to turn flight director back on. Autopilot back on. And I'm going to hit altitude. And I'm going to hit heading. And that's going to just set us. Hold our heading. Should be set on the. Oh no, shit, it's not. Don't hit heading. Right, let's jump out our plane quickly and have a look behind us. And see if we can spot Mr. Moldovan here. Oh my god, I can't look behind. Why can't I look behind? How sick does this plane look from the outside, guys?
Like 2 nautical miles away.
Cool. So, you should be locked in heading due south.
Okay.
So what you can do is, on the heading indicator, the left hand side, the knob with the green triangle, that's the heading bug. If you set that to 180, you can then set the flight director. And we are approaching 1.2 Mach here, up at 25,000 feet. Me and Andrea are also going to continue this flight. I'm just going to jump to a nice outside view here as we fly down to London and give you guys some music. Found an amazing band on Spotify, quite a small band called Astronoid. They're from the States, and got permission to use their music in my videos, which is fantastic news. You'll be hearing some of their music. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys when we get a little bit closer to London.
Please don't wait so
Okay, hi guys, we're back and we are going to start our descent. We actually overflew London there. Honestly, London's a lot closer than we're expecting. So, Andre, if we actually, you could probably throttle back to idle and just drop it down into like a maybe like a 15-18 degree dive.
Okay.
You should see me off your left wing quite far down. So if you head into quite a big dive, we're just going to dive down to about 2,500 feet. So Andre believes he may have a little bit of a fuel issue going on here. So what we're actually going to do, guys, is how do you feel about landing at City Airport, Andre?
Good.
Yeah, you know where that is, right? I mean, we could. We probably can't do Stapleford in this. It's probably a little bit big for Stapleford, eh? So I'm going to start a left turn, 30-degree left turn. We're going to head down to 2,500 feet, and then we're going to head over to intercept the Thames, and we're going to fly along the Thames into City Airport.
Okay.
Cool. So, well, let's get this turn done, then I'll do our pre-landing brief with you. So that flight down to London was maybe 3 or 4 minutes. And that basically means that from the pilot and nav basically being, you know, in bed, whatever, having dinner, if they're on QRA, they can get down to London in potentially less than 20 minutes, which is absolutely insane. I can tell you now, me getting from London to RAF Coningsby would take about 3 hours. Unfortunately, trains are slightly slower than fighter jets. So, Andre, we're going to continue our left turn, hold around 2,500 feet, and we're going to head due north until we intercept Thames.
Okay.
And if you do that, I imagine you'll come up on my tail before too long. Okay, I'm going to switch that back to KSAS. Okay, and we want to probably be holding around somewhere around 380 knots. It's probably about right. So I'm going to just get my altitude back up here. I'm going to set my heading bug. I really hope you've got enough fuel, buddy. I mean, obviously, if you... So your fuel gauge... Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was turbulent. Whoa, what is happening? I'm having issues here. Okay, I think I've got it. Okay, I mean, if you... So the fuel gauge is to the right-hand side of the 4 blue gauges with blue labels on. So the top one is fuel flow, bottom one is fuel. I'm at 156.
128.
Okay, I think we should be fine. I mean, our fuel flow, obviously we flew down here in full afterburner for the intercept, which slams through our fuel. Basically, afterburner is just them firing liquid fuel into the engine. So our fuel use should have dropped dramatically. I mean, this is a long-range aircraft, so I think we should be probably okay. So how are you doing, man?
Good.
Let me jump out my aircraft quickly and see if I can spot you. Are you, altitude? Oh, okay, I can see you're off my right wing. Where is London? That's the question. Where the hell are we? I've got like some weird terrain coming up on my screen, which I wasn't really expecting. I'm sure we're absolutely fine. I mean, we can't miss the Thames, basically. This isn't the Thames, is it? I have a fuel alarm as well. Is that the Thames?
Should be.
You're a little bit further out than me, right? What's on my visuals? The Thames just kind of ends. It also loops around quite heavily, so I'm not sure if that is the Thames. So, because of the server, maybe because of some settings Andre set up in the server, we haven't got access to any maps or anything. We obviously didn't file a flight plan, so we're flying kind of blind here a little bit. We're flying VFR basically.
Okay, there's an airfield here.
I can see London now off my left wing, so I think we can. Oh Jesus Christ! You are shifting, buddy. I think continue on with our plans. Keep flying the heading you're on. Until we intercept the Thames. I'm actually going to set up to heading 330 and throttle up to try and catch up with you. So I'm on heading 330 now. I'm 1.7 nautical off your right wing. Is that the Thames? Oh yeah, the Thames, is the Thames green on your screen, mate?
No, it's
So you're at the Thames now. So, go into a hard left turn.
yeah.
Let's try and keep our speed down a little bit as well. Okay, so our next point of reference is probably going to be the Millennium Dome, the
Yeah, I can see
O2,
it.
the O2 Arena. So that means London City. Oh, is that City Airport there?
Yep.
Okay, so throttle right back.
No, that's not.
Is it? Are you sure? I can see an airport. So you've got air brake, which is / on your keyboard. You want to slow her right down to around 240 knots. At 240 knots, we're going to go to our first stage of flaps. And we are also going to go wings to 25%. So the wing lever should be all the way forward. I have lost so much altitude doing that. Climb back up to... Well, actually, you probably want to be around 1800 altitude-wise. I'd say it's probably pretty good. Yeah, so that's City Airport. Directly off our nose. You might want to go around, maybe?
No, I'm good.
You're good? You're going to be landing first by the looks of it. I'm flying at 278 right now. So our actual approach speed on final descent is going to be 140 knots. That seems low. And that'll be full stages of flaps. You can go to full stage of flaps as you're on final. Your gear down yet?
Yep.
Okay. Do you know the runway heading, perchance?
No.
Oh, another thing you can do is right-click both the throttle levers, and they should pop over to the left. Yeah?
Yep.
So they're both rocked now. So what you're going to do is when you land, where are you? I'm a little bit concerned here because I'm pretty much on final here.
Too fast.
You're on my right.
How close are you?
Oh, something's happened. Horrible happened. I think I ran out of fuel.
You can't have. You might need to throttle up. I'm losing altitude as well, actually. I'm just going to bang the throttle up quite a lot. Yeah, when we're at full stage of flaps, gear down and everything,
2-8.
I think you need like a
Too
lot.
high. Too high.
A lot. Oh my god. My plane is doing something weird right now. Okay, so once you land, give it a moment and then throttle all the way up. How are you doing?
Behind you.
Okay. And throttle all the way up. So you hear a weird noise when you land, and then throttle all the way up. And that's your reverse thrusters on landing.
2,000 feet remaining.
How are you, bud? Are you good?
1,000 feet remaining. 500 feet remaining.
You down?
Yep.
Okay, so if you want to stop that really annoying beeping, just rock both of the throttles back over to the right. Alright, I'm going to just park her up here, because I'm not too fussed about finding actual parking. Have you got loads of like Swiss airplanes and everything? Is this like a really busy airport for you?
Let me see.
Like, I've got like planes everywhere. There's like loads of airliners and... can I... Why are my parking brakes not operating? There we go.
Okay, so my engine just quit.
Really?
Yep.
That's odd. I mean, you can just park up there if you want. Gonna... Just gonna turn my plane off. Okay. Sick. How was that, Andrew?
Interesting.
I mean, given
fun.
the
A ton
given
of
the
fun.
lack of preparation, you are ever so slightly off the runway, right?
Yep.
Okay, given the lack of preparation, I feel like that went very well. Especially the impromptu
Indeed.
landing at London City Airport. And that's your first time using reverse thrusters on landing, right?
Yep.
Sick. Cool. So that was a quick reaction test flight down to London. I'm going to do a couple more test flights on my own, or maybe with Andre, but not recording, and just check we have enough fuel to actually come down to London on afterburners and then return to London not on afterburners. But anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It certainly was a lot of fun to record this one. I haven't flown with Andre in a while. As always, if you like the video, please hit like. Please subscribe. We're about 4 subscribers away from 100 subscribers now, and that means a 100 subscriber special, which I'm super excited about. And as always, guys, please leave a comment, ask any questions, tell me what we've done wrong. There's plenty of things we've done wrong in this video. Or just say hi. So thank you very much for watching. Andre, thank you for flying with me today.
Thank you. I'm gonna park next to you.
Awesome. How did you get your engine restarted?
APU on.
Oh, you did a full restart. I wonder why your engine's cut out. It's really interesting. Okay, anyway, guys, I hope Andrew doesn't crash into us here. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.